I am Dwain Morrison, and I am humbled and I am honored to be the representative for what I refer to as the great state of Lakeview, District 2, the city of San Angelo. I was born about 2 miles east of here. I grew up in this area, and I have ridden horses and bicycles all over this area. When I grew up as a child out here, there was mainly pasture land, and it was a wonderful place to grow up. I live now just about a mile north of here out on Coliseum Lane. Coliseum Lane is where you might remember Leo Staha had his truck farm. It's where I had my first job, pulling okra, when I was 14 years old. Cactus Lane Park is a block from me. Cactus Lane is where we used to come as Lakeview High School students to settle our differences, and there was also considerable activity at Cactus Lane Park at night. But it was a wonderful area to grow up in. I had a good childhood in Lakeview. I married a girl from across town. We've been married 40 years. She's still the prettiest girl in town. We raised 3 sons. My daddy graduated from Lakeview in '48, I in '68, and then my 3 sons graduated during the '90s. My mother is a native of San Angelo. My daddy was 6 weeks old when he got here, so our roots are pretty deep in North San Angelo. I'm often asked if I've lived my entire life in Lakeview, and the answer is not yet, but I have put 60 years in. It's a wonderful area, and I am proud to be able to represent this part of San Angelo. My accomplishments, probably the greatest accomplishment I've had in my years on the council would be at Lincoln Junior High, which is right behind us. My wife is a teacher there and has been for 25 years. When they built this school, Travis Street was just a trail, and the cars that would park there in the morning and to let their kids out, and in the afternoon to pick their kids up, they were parking on both sides of the streets. They were parking on the school grounds. They were breaking the sprinklers, and my kids were having to walk in the street. They were having to walk in the mud, and it was chaos, and it was dangerous. So we formed a partnership with the school and the city and WTU, and about 4 years ago we were able to make a wide boulevard out of Travis and curbed it on both sides and built sidewalks on the school side. And from chaos we have gone to one of the safest and one of the prettiest campuses in the city of San Angelo, and that probably is the greatest thing that I've been able to accomplish with the partnerships that we were able to build. I'm also proud of the fact that Grape Creek Road has been rebuilt from 29th to Chadburn, and I'm thankful that now we have finally started Grape Creek Road from Chadburn to 50th and 50th to go all the way through to intersect with 208. I think it's going to open up a lot of land out here. I think it's wonderful for the north end of San Angelo. I'm proud of the commerce and the development and the Walmarts and the businesses that have been built on 87 and 29. There's a lot of good things going on in the north part of San Angelo. My goals for the city of San Angelo, number 1, has to do with City Hall. I feel that some of the ordinances that have been put in place in the last couple of years are restrictive. I think they are burdensome. I think they are cumbersome. There's too many laws that have been placed upon our citizens that take away from the freedoms that people have and the joy of property ownership. We have made too many people go to City Hall to ask for permission to do the things that they ought to be able to and have the liberties to do on the property that they own. And I want to revise some of these ordinances. I want to remove some of these ordinances. I want to give back the liberties and the pride of home ownership that people have. I want to make City Hall more customer friendly, because the people in City Hall work for the citizens of San Angelo, and I think that maybe over the years, maybe this thought has been lost. I want a more customer-friendly City Hall. I want to get rid of some of these archaic, oppressive ordinances that have taken away the rights and the liberties of people, and I want to continue to lower the tax rate. We've knocked the tax rate down some 5 cents since I started on the council, and I would like to see a dime more. I also want to go to a more of a pay-as-you-go city policy on the things that we do, the projects that we undertake. I'm tired of borrowing money. I'm tired of paying interest. Tyler has a pay-as-you-go system, and they have one of the lower tax rates in the state of Texas. I want to lower our tax rate. I want to stop borrowing money. I want to stop building the debt. I want to stop this debt ceiling, and I want to start paying as you go. I want a rainy day fund in the city of San Angelo, which is the only thing that's saving the state of Texas right now, is a fund that was incorporated several years ago. I want a rainy day fund in San Angelo. I want a savings account that will protect us. So my goals for the next 2 years on the council will be a rainy day fund, a savings account, get rid of oppressive city ordinances, and put us on a pay-as-you-go system instead of borrowing money and burdening the taxpayers with the debt. Another one of my accomplishments that I'm proud of is the improvements that we have made to our Coliseum and to our Spur Arena. We've spent some money out here the last couple of years, but this is the biggest moneymaker that we have as a city-owned property in the city, and it has paid for itself over and over and over again. So I am very proud of our Spur, I'm very proud of our Coliseum, and I'm proud of the reputation that we have now, especially with our rodeo and the other things that we do. I was a fence builder here in San Angelo. I spent 25 years running my own fence company, and many of those years, it was a one-man show. Several years ago, because of my health, I'm no longer able to do that physical work that I used to do. I had a little car lot and a little gravel yard for a couple of years. Right now, I do some hauling. I do some hot shot runs, which is about all that I want to do. My wife, as I say, is a full-time school teacher, and I guess you could say I'm semi-retired at this time. I've always enjoyed rebuilding old cars, and I guess my wife says it's more of an addiction, and she's probably right. But I love old cars. I like to buy them. I like to restore them. I used to sell them. Now I just keep them, but I like to mess with old cars. I like to work with those. I try to be active in my church. We've got a small little Church of Christ that I am a member of, and I try to take an active role there. That takes some of my time. But primarily it's keeping up with my kids and my grandkids, and just enjoying life on the north end of San Angelo.